Now, why the hell did poor Pepsi just like literally 3 seconds before the intro ends? Hello, everyone. How you all doing today? Hope everything is going really well. I mean, if it doesn't, I mean, not much I can really do on my end. I mean, if I can join the club. I'm now 1 year older. I'm no longer 17, I'm afraid. I turned 18 last Tuesday, if anyone cares. Today, we're going to be playing Tomb Raider 6, The Angel of Darkness Remastered, with the people behind the original creation of Lara Croft. That did not sound very Englishy, but I don't know how to English there at all. And as before, ask your questions, your thoughts, wishes, well wishes, death wishes, which I will filter out. Please don't do that in the chat, and I will ask them to our esteemed guests who will have today. I mean, we have quite a few of them actually, and 2 of them are a bit late, but they will join later. So yes, without further ado, let's start off with adding them all in and let the fun commence. Fun. Even you know what I mean. Hello, everyone.
Hi there.
Hello.
Yes. Peter and Andy are on the way. They will join us in a moment, eventually, just so you all know.
Cool. We've lost a Jer image.
I was wondering that. I'm looking very black here.
Black. You turn the light off.
Yeah, I'm a shy person. Shy
Since he's a shy person, so what we will do now, we're going to go around and like introduce you all one by one. So we'll just do that. So we're going to start with alphabetical order. Addy, do you want to tell us who you are and what did you do with Tomb Raider? Why are you here?
Hi, I'm the other AD Smith, who's the graphic artist, not Jeremy's brother. But I was an environment artist on Tomb Raider by Angel of Darkness, and I think it was with Core for just about 10 years. So, yeah, there you go. Now a games veteran, like everybody else. That's me.
Okay, James, tell us about yourself. What did you do in Tomb Raider? And core design, actually, everything.
Well, no, I only worked on the Angel of Darkness. I was the
No, don't lie, big boy. You also worked on the 10th anniversary edition, Tomb Raider 10th anniversary.
Yeah. That was never released.
Well, it was. Someone did leak it. I don't know who that was.
Yeah. But I think I know who did that. I only worked on that. So I just used to draw pictures mostly when I was there. I was doing all concept art design work. In fact, that was all I did really until I left. I didn't realize it was the best job ever. It was kind of the best job I ever had because I've given almost complete creative carte blanche to do whatever I wanted.
You were getting quite good at the end as well, weren't you? You worked out which end of the pencil to hold and all that kind of fancy stuff.
Quite funny. I never really did it again.
Oh, man.
Jer, do you want to introduce yourself? Tell us what you did at core design.
Just to say, I've not done anything on my end for the camera. It's something at your end as far as I know. So
no, it's not on. I can't really control your camera on here.
Well, doesn't matter.
Maybe leave and rejoin you, possibly.
Hey?
Maybe leave and rejoin.
I'm not that vain. Don't worry about it. I'm cool. Don't worry about it. Hey, I'm Jer O'Carroll. I've worked on Tomb Raider, various ones over the years, but I guess this is the most prolific one we're talking about tonight, aren't we? And I was responsible for doing the Kurtis animations and the Kurtis character. Basically.
Murty, tell us about yourself because we definitely don't know who you are and why you're here.
You've got some incriminating photos, so I had to turn up on this show.
I'll be live on my OnlyFans in a minute. I don't have it. I don't have OnlyFans, just to let everyone know. Terms and conditions apply.
We totally lost you. Well, I did a lot of words on Angel of Darkness. I just produced lots and lots of words, and descriptions and dialogues and character words. But again, it was one of the most, certainly for the first year and a half, it was one of the most enjoyable experiences I'd ever had. It was fantastic. It was like being given a Disneyland playground to play with, and there were great people to work with, and great opportunity. And of course, a project like what's her name, Lara Croft. Just a fantastic opportunity. I had a great time. It got very difficult as time went on. It got harder and harder, and we know what the end results were when it came out. But yeah, I had a great time. It was a really good team of people to work with, except a few of these who are appearing on the screen now. But yeah, the rest of the people were absolutely fine. Yes, can't forget it. And it's very, very difficult to realize how bloody long ago it was. I mean, 25 years ago.
It's crazy.
We were working on it in 2000. Can you remember that?
Yeah.
Can you remember that, James and Rick Aid? 25 years ago. And you're all looking much the worse the wear for it. So, yeah.
Some of you bastards who is watching this probably weren't even born. So wasn't
I'll give you my secrets of eternal youth at the end of this for a small fee. But
have you got a painting in your attic, Merty? Because you don't look any different.
Oh, you said you wouldn't mention that. You swear, right? The curse is upon you now. Yeah.
He looks haggard. Come on, be honest.
No, haggard and worn. No, I paid him to say that. Yeah. Yeah.
So, Richard, tell us about yourself. What did you do? Because obviously we haven't seen you before.
No, I'm a newcomer to the scene. Not an industry veteran in any way, shape, or form. On Angel of Darkness, I was the lead game designer and also helped out with a lot of the environments as well. That was me really. Getting everybody to use the editor. Helping Merty with some of the story elements and stuff
absolutely.
like that.
Absolutely, yeah.
We did a lot of hammering out bits and bobs in meetings, didn't we? I remember a lot of those with James as well.
They were very good times.
Many meetings where we just throw stuff at James and say, "Can you just make this, please?" And then we'll build it in 3D.
Can you just do as a sketch with a pencil thing, that you do?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, pretty much.
And on that end, we're going to talk to, as Geek Raider just announced, Daddy Kenzie. Tell us about yourself, Seth. Who the hell you are? Are you even?
Well, I was one of the senior leaders at Core Design. Not really. I'm just a YouTuber. So I'll be playing for you guys, but I won't be saying much. Maybe I'll ask a question here or there, but yeah, thanks for the opportunity, Ash.
Well, thank you for playing the game, because it's fucking impossible to host and play. I've done it before, and with my ADHD, it's like, Jesus Christ, kill me. We're gonna kind of start now.
Yes.
So let's go with the first couple of levels, and then we will skip a bit to the Louvre and then towards Strahov. So we'll try to play all areas of the game today. But mind you, I know you guys have a life unlike us, so we'll try to whiz through it as much as we can. So none of you have actually seen the remasters, am I right?
No, I haven't.
No. Have they been remastered?
Oh,
Cheers back.
there you go. So this is how it looks now. They restored the cut training area, which is not, well, it is in the final game. You can only access it through the cheats, as you can see. And in the past, anyway, in the remasters, they completely restored it. It's, it's quite interesting to see that. Yeah.
Really looks good, doesn't it?
It's not the original training area, though, is it, Merty?
No.
How it should have been.
No, that was a dustbin and 2 spoons, wasn't it? Yeah.
I'm talking about the desert cave with the shaman and all that stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Which we lost, but yeah, that would have been good.
It would have been awesome. Such a better game for that, but oh well.
Yeah.
I do remember doing a character design for Shaman.
Yeah.
Well, the art's out there somewhere, isn't it? Still, you can still find it.
Right. Yeah, we had the
and
a pendant, didn't we?
Yeah.
I did a great concept art for that.
There was a small actually a video done, wasn't there? An in-game video for that.
Yeah.
For the Shaman. Yeah.
Yeah, I've not seen that actually for years. I know we did like an FMV for it, but
yeah. FMV. That was the term I was looking for. FMV.
I just wanted to ask something all of you, kinda. Feel free to ignore the question if you don't want to answer it. But actually, without even going there, we're just gonna invite Peter Connolly so he can tell us about himself a little bit. Hello, Peter. How you doing?
Oh, he's not here, is he?
Peter.
I know there's a lot of money came my way to not turn up, but here I am. How's everybody?
Oh, good,
Very
mate.
good.
Good. I'm on my phone, so everything's minute at the minute. Normally I'm on kind of like a Zoom call thing with cameras on a big display. So excuse me if
Andy's trying to get in, but he says his camera's gone. In his words, fucking nuts. So he's trying to get in.
I can hear his accent. I can hear his voice in just saying that.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking nuts.
Exactly.
Peter, tell us what did you do at the Core Designs? Sorry, I got a delay a little bit. So what were we saying before?
I was just waffling a load of shite. Don't worry about it.
As per usual.
As usual. Yeah.
Typical. Tell us, what did you do at Core Design?
What did I do? Sky.
Not a lot.
Bought a lot of
Yeah, not a lot. I was there for about 8 years.
That's a lot of pizza, didn't you?
Started off on hurdy-gurdy, and then moved over a little bit of Tomb Raider 3, and then 4, 5, and 6.
Right.
And then whatever went on beyond that, I vaguely remember.
Rage quit, CSGO.
And you recently, because I totally don't know about it, so please tell me more. You recently done an orchestral reimagining of the music from Tomb Raider 4, 5, and 6 that you worked on. Tell us about that.
Yes, that was such an interesting project. It was such an ambitious project. I never thought it would come to fruition, but as everyone knows and yourself know, it actually just kind of happened, and a lot of groundwork went into making that happen, and a lot of money went into investing to make that happen, and eventually it happened. And I'm really proud of it. Looking back on it, it didn't come without its hurdles and its issues, but I think we learned a lot from that project. And it's something to look back on and say, I did that, we did that, and it wasn't really reliant on a big team of people to kind of make it all kind of come together. It was just more of a project of passion, I suppose, So,
do you remember I used to come down and pester you, Pete, and I used to get you to make me these work in progress discs?
I love them times we had in the studio. I always just I could probably tell you exactly where yours used to stand. It was just always really interesting. It was great. The banter was always just infinite. Really, we just didn't know when to stop. It was always just natural. So the conversations we had, even though I can't remember any of them, were great.
Peter, that music album we just talked about, your project. I know you have a shop, which you can see the link now on your screens and in the chat. On Facebook, you can't see it for some reason. It doesn't let me paste that, but you can see it on the screen. shop.peterconnollyaltogether.com. What is available there for sale, and will you sign the items if people ask them?
Yes, I will sign it for £100 a shot. No, actually, no. It's signed on inside. It's not chargeable.
He's actually one of the very few people who I met who never actually charges people to have merchandise signed, which is fairly normal for people when they go to cons cons.
Yeah. I always say if you want me to sign it, it's going to devalue it, and that's pretty much how I look at things, you know. But I mean, yeah, a signature's a signature, and it doesn't cost nothing to do that, and there's no reason why, in my opinion, anyway. Do you know what I mean? It's like other people do it, and I respect their opinions why they do it, but for me, it's just I'll sign it or unsign it. It's up to you. The products that are on there.
Why do you think it would undervalue it, Pete? Why do you think that? What's your thinking behind that?
It's just Geordie Bander, you know. It's not. It probably.
You're just talking bollocks again, as usual.
I am talking bollocks. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Really
But the albums that are on there's 2 albums at the minute. There's the TDAS, the Dark Angel Symphony, which is what we discussed earlier about what we recorded in 2019 and released in 2020. That's now. It's none of the products that were part of that project at the time, but I've kind of brought it back out in a dual crystal or whatever it's called CD. It's just a single CD which has all the TDAS reimaginations on there. And I also released the Angel of Darkness soundtrack, the Abbey Road performances on 180 gram vinyl, so you can bag that there too as well. And there's a couple of posters there. Which is the artwork which Inna done for TDAS. So please get yourself over there and buy some products, you know. Happy to sign them or unsign them, whatever you want. You know, I don't think there's any limit on what you can buy, how many you can buy. So if you do want to buy a couple, you know, it's not going to be a problem. So, but if there is, let me know. I'll
I'm gonna paste the link in the chat. On Facebook, people, you can't see the link, unfortunately, but it is just shop.peterconley.com. You can see it on your screens right now. Spend. I mean, what's the paydays for anyway?
Who's in here anyway? I can barely see everyone. I can just see some little tiny windows with people in there. You know, yeah, Rich is there, Murray's there.
I'm popping over the top of the
Jer's back.
Massive text box. There we go.
You see me, Peter?
Say that again.
All right.
You see me, Peter?
Sorry, we're just gonna remove the gameplay video for 1 second for people, for Peter to see everyone.
Hello, everyone. Oh yes, hello, everybody. I recognize you lot.
All right.
Now back to
Pete.
our Madame Cavier, how she now looks in 4K with her beautiful wrinkles. Look at her. Look at that facelift.
Oh, that's so much better, isn't it? That
still looks like McGonagall or Maggie Smith. Was that intentional?
Yeah.
I don't know. I only worked on it a little bit.
Yeah, that's a big difference. I was watching a stream, not a stream, like a playthrough of the whole thing, because it's been like 25 years. Quite recently, so yeah, she looks very different there.
Yeah.
You know what it is? It was a few years ago. I think me, Murty, and Ash did a playthrough of the original release on PC, and I remember looking and thinking, you know, what was the problem? I mean, I know there are some issues here and there, but I don't think I was expecting a lot more issues. And when I looked at it, I thought even 20 years on, I think it was at the time when we did the live stream. It looked bloody great. You know what I mean? I don't get why there's a bit of hatred towards it, but
the problem was always the trolls, wasn't it?
It was.
I mean, in the state that modern games are being released these days.
Yeah,
where
well,
you have like day one patch of like 80 gigabytes sometimes. It's like, hello. But like back then, obviously.
That's it. You had to get it right back then. And obviously there was a lot of politics gone behind why we couldn't get it right, which I'll not go into. But it was just, now people have got the luxury of saying, okay, it's going to take a month to get through the channels, to get through out in the store. By that time, we'll have a patch which as soon as you pop a disc in, not even a disc these days, it's just ready to play, you know. And then if there's something that needs fixing, it just can be done. Unfortunately, we were right at the cusp of that change, and if we'd been beyond that cusp, who knows what the perception might have been.
I never got to see this game all the way through anyway, but the levels that I did see, I thought in the original I'm talking about now, I thought they were fantastic. You know, the botanical gardens and everything. They were really, really good. They were really good. It was the gameplay that.
Oh, look, Northern Rail.
It wasn't even the gameplay. It was just a few minor things.
You couldn't control Lara. Was the problem?
Yeah, the controls went through a lot of a lot of iterations and back and forth, and it's like we wanted to sort of bring the control system into like the modern day. Even though this was 25 years ago, there were still games that were using like the lazy camera technique. Sort of just give the control to the player. And you know, I don't know. I know there were a lot of focus groups that kind of wanted us to keep the tank controls, and I think management did as well. And we just tried to make this hybrid system, and it just didn't work.
No.
It could have, though.
It could have, yeah. Yeah, it did one bit. We had it working, and then it got changed back.
I mean, it's one thing I tell everybody as well is that, you know, all the fine tuning is done towards the end of the project. And unfortunately, we didn't have the luxury of being able to fine tune what we wanted to do with it. So it is where it is. You know?
There was a hell of
There's big pressure to get it released at that point.
Yeah.
We got an interesting remark here. Mertis notes about the botanical gardens are so cool. Jenny Mills seems to have been inspired by them for her description of them in her novelization. Merty, I'm going to show Kurtis' journal now on screen.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So can you tell us about it a little bit?
Well, after the whole thing went arse end up, I didn't want anything to do with Angel of Darkness for about 2 years, and then people started getting in touch and saying how keen they were on so many aspects of it that were great, and I had a lot of ideas left for what Kurtis could have gone on and done, and where he could have traveled in the world, and his background and his Legionnaire history and everything else. And I thought, well, a good thing to do would be to put it into some sort of journal. I started to ask people what they thought, whether it was a good idea, and they said, oh, do it. So I spent about as long working on that as I had done on the original ideas for Angel of Darkness. So there's a lot of ideas in there which cross-reference Angel of Darkness and cross-reference places that Kurtis would have gone to, and his years in the French Foreign Legion and so on. So there's a lot of material in there. And then Tracy Payne actually made the physical journals, and you know, they were available to buy. And then
I just dropped the link in the chat for everyone. I think what you need to do is send a message to the page admin if you want to buy one. They're handmade, so you might need to wait a little bit until they're done and to be posted to you. Just please have a look. It is worth of it. We had it as part of the Dark Angel Symphony. Oh my God, Janice looks fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Hey, Janice. Yeah. Oh, I also wrote the backstory for Janice as well, if anybody's interested. That's all on my website, murchyscofield.com.
You did the backstory for all the characters, didn't you? It was like you were writing a proper sort of universe novel.
Yeah,
you know,
But I've actually written a whole set of new documents for Janice, doing her history right back to when she was a child. The same with Morgau. And I'm working on the Kurtis Trent background history, which is getting massive, and I'm getting really desperate to finish it. So yeah, everything had a backstory and a back history, but the Kurtis journal is a thing that ties a lot of the things together and asks a lot more intriguing questions and puzzles. So if you get a chance to do that, and you get the chance to get somebody like Eric Loren to sign it, or myself to sign it, or anybody else to sign it who worked on Angel of Darkness at one of the conventions.
I'll get Joe to sign it. I'll get Joe.
Oh, don't get him. No.
He might do it. I'll get
I'm here.
I get a gold marker.
Is that true that Kurtis is going to have a spin-off called Demon Hunter? I know the answer to it, but please do tell.
Who are you asking?
Everyone who has any idea about the Demon Hunter spin-off.
Yes, he was. Yeah, I suppose the spin-off game would have...
meant to be a spin-off. He was meant to be another character, wasn't he? Another game character, you know, to have his own. It was a
Kurtis game, yeah. I'm guessing a lot of the stuff that Murty's putting into Kurtis's journal would have been explained in the game as well, or part of it.
And somebody on staff actually did a hell of a lot of work for a Kurtis Trent game. and worked very, very hard on it and did a lot of good ideas. And when he presented it, it was just pushed aside. Oh, well, we're not doing that. But he'd actually gone ahead and done, he'd got the go ahead to go and do it. So what I've done in following up the Kurtis Trent Renegade years and the Kurtis Trent Journal, I've been trying to cover as much of that background as I could before I get too old to type on the laptop. So yeah, keep those things going.
Yeah.
How do you guys all feel about? By the way, going back to this bit regarding the Demon Hunter spin-off, you can learn about it, whatever was actually done and written about it, of the actual spin-off games on my website. The link is in the chat. Before I proceed, though, we have a new guest in this.
Hello, my camera's gone berserk, so yeah, it's going to be audio.
Hey, handsome.
Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Hello.
How's it going?
Hello.
Look at this. Angel of Darkness.
There you go. Andy, tell us about yourself and what did you do with Core Design?
I'm Andy. I worked at Core Design and I knew all these gents here I can see on the left. I worked on Tomb Raider 2 through to Tomb Raider 5. I was level designer, a script writer, and basically just a general game designer, but didn't work on Angel of Darkness, so I was trying to join because I was interested, but my camera has gone kaput. So I have played a little bit of it, so I was quite interested to see a little bit later in the game. That's me. Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Andy, what we need to know, sorry, is it needs to be official tonight. Who sent that postcard?
Do you know, I knew you were going to say that.
No, it's me who's asking it.
Every time I read that postcard, I can just hear your accent. I'm sorry.
Actually, you know what, Seth, you will know this. Are you allowed to say C word on YouTube without being demonetized?
Well, just don't. No, we're not in any trouble.
Maybe not.
Huh?
Maybe not. I think I wouldn't risk it.
Okay. I shall send you a link to. Actually, I've done it in the previous stream. So you know what? If you want to know what the card is, watch the previous streams, bastards. I'm not going to repeat myself. Sorry, I'm being very rude today. I don't know why. The question for all of you guys, Seth, could you please zoom in on Lara a little bit for us? How does the entire team feel about the remastered model, specifically Lara? This is from Twin Pistols 94. What do you think of her? There you go.
Oh, yeah. Can we see a switch between the two?
Yeah, this is original.
Yeah.
And this is new.
She's got suntan.
I mean, she's very good, but she was probably the most worked up model anyway.
Yeah,
so
she was.
You see the difference in some of the other incidental characters is greater than there is in her.
Going on at the moment, and we're giving the journals a plug.
I have done.
Hello.
What was that?
Hello, Merty.
Yeah, but I can't talk at once.
We've lost him.
Merty's having a call with someone, I think.
Your man.
So,
version 2 somewhere.
it's fine. He's muted for a little bit until he's back. I think he was talking to someone. There you are again, Mr. Merty. We were hearing your phone call just before.
Yeah, that was from Tracy of the Kurtis journals.
Yes.
Because I was trying to get in touch with her before the stream started to see if she had any images we could use, but I had to. I sent you a load anyway, Ash. So
yeah. They were on screen before, and I did paste the link, and I'll do it again actually now. If anyone wants to order handmade Tomb Raider Kurtis Trent journal, pardon me, please follow this link here. Send a message to the admin of the page, and she will tell you how much it costs and shipping and all that jazz.
I think this room is spectacular. I mean, Dan Scott's effects on all the laser lighting and the the
banging
strobe and
tunes.
everything, it's unbelievable and looks even better now. But it looked good in the original as well.
But a quick question for the dev guys then. We were talking about the characters upgrades and everything. Which was harder to do? to make them look better now? Was it Lara or the other characters?
What, like remaster them or create them?
Well, I suppose part of the creation process. But I mean, I know the other characters weren't as detailed by half as Lara or Kurtis.
No.
So
Yeah.
how much harder was it to do the other characters? Because you had less to work with, basically.
That is a good question, actually. I'm not sure if any of the guys who actually worked on remasters watching right now. They did last time. So if they do, and they will answer that, I will let you know and read it out. Want to say, there's a message from Teranete. Want to say to James, I'm super proud to have your Angel of Darkness pencil drawn artwork on my wall.
Very good.
I think it's the move one she has, the Hall of Seasons, I believe.
Hi, Tina. Hi, Tina. Wavy to Tina.
I think the work on the main Lara character has been really nicely done. With being at high res. Really comes out with the details now.
It's strange, isn't it? Like, we thought it was quite high res even in the original version, and then you see this stuff and it's like it blows it away, really.
Just wait for another 20 years.
Yeah,
that's 20 years. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a long time.
So what are you doing here? What is the objective in this? Is it a nightclub or?
It is.
It's a nightclub. There's some banging tunes being played at the same time.
It's the club I'm gonna take you for a DILF night, Andy.
in the Lara club.
I can't. I haven't played this enough to kind of listen to how the audio is working on this level, the music. But the original plan, I think I might have, But the original plan was to have, like, when you're at the bottom where the decks are, to have like the music as you would in a studio, and then have the reverb send at the top. So as you kind of go higher up, you become more reverberant. That was kind of how it was initially meant to be, but I'm not sure whether that happened or not. Or whether it's just
you get inspiration from the Tyne Tunnel.
What's that?
Didn't you get inspiration from driving through the Tyne Tunnel?
Oh, God, yeah. Yes. Oh, brilliant.
So that I feel stronger now. Is that because I remember there was talk about Lara kind of improving her abilities as you played the game. Did that go into the game?
It did. Yeah. Again, it was one of them features that we never quite nailed. We went through quite a few iterations of it. When Putai got taken out, like her, Lara's mentor in the game, it made a lot of this stuff not make as much sense as what it would have done if she'd have been left in. Because it was all tied into this amulet that she wore, and it was like a little bit magical, I guess. So everything was tied to the training that she'd learned from Putai, and how she could increase her strength because of stuff she'd been taught by Putai.
Did you have like a skill tree, or was it like you just did you know? How did you know which bits you were improving?
I honestly cannot remember. I don't think there was a skill tree. I think it were like more
she
like
would just come up with some dialogue and say she's stronger or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you would know that you could achieve the next section.
There's certain bits you can't really do unless you increased your body strength, upper body strength. You couldn't do them.
So the more you climbed, it would you would do it so many times, and it would say, "Oh, you feel stronger now," and that means you could kind of move to the next section. Yeah.
I think you were all just inspired by Britney Spears, to be honest. Stronger than yesterday.
She kicked the bridge open, didn't she? Just in one of the bits of gameplay just then.
Yeah, but it must be quite hard to design if you've got to design various routes for if she hasn't got strong enough to do a particular jump or a climb. It must be quite difficult.
It functioned like a key. Instead of finding a key to open a door, you knock something over, and then she's got the leg upgrade, and then you can do something else.
Yeah, it's still quite a complex design, though. You've got to put in all alternate routes and.
Yeah, that's like climbing. You had a limit to how far you could sort of shimmy across a ledge, and you had to get stronger in your upper body strength to make certain climbs and things like that.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's a bit blurry at the moment because it's like what did we get in and what didn't end up going in.
There she is.
Oh yes, I see what you've done there.
Well, that's fun there.
Oh, there is a good
So-
question here from Five Survived. I remember, did Carol and Boss have an affair? Because when she's about to be fed to the park, she looks so intense towards him, and she also knows that he's an Nephilim. I just pictured that, and I don't want to go in that place ever again.
Bertie.
Oh yeah,
Just
they all
don't
have
do it like
affairs.
the
It was the cabal. It was just a massive bonk fest the whole time. Everybody was jumping on top of everybody, and everybody was interbreeding.
Okay?
Dear me. That was just the team making the game as well.
Anyway, I did want to ask.
Sorry,
Rich,
Seth. Yeah.
regarding the controls. I feel like Prince of Persia: Sands of Time broke a lot of new ground for what fluid, responsive controls should feel like with animation blending. Did you play that and think, "Damn, that's what I was going for"?
We played that and we basically had it working within the game engine, and we had to revert it to like this half hybrid system, which we had it working basically. There were a few bugs in it. There were certain camera collision issues that we were trying to iron out, but it ended up getting taken back out again, which was a shame, because it is an amazing control system, the Prince of Persia. It's spot on.
Yeah, I think a lot of action games since that time kind of borrowed that. I mean, Tomb Raider Legends, cough.
That was a blueprint, wasn't it? I think Legacy of Kain as well, Soul Reaver, I think that had a similar camera system that worked really well. But the Prince of Persia one was amazing.
There's a good question for probably Jersey, since he is our programmer. What was the most fun part of development since it was the first game in the new engine, as in PlayStation 2? Which mechanical part of the game was the most enjoyable?
Was that aimed for me, you said?
Yeah,
Jez, I'm programmer.
Yeah, I'm not a coder. It's quite nice, I have no idea.
Oh, God, you did the Kurtis. I forgot. Sorry. Oh my God, my brain is not here today. I need to take my ADHD pills.
I've got a promotion already.
You have, actually.
Promotion.
Jesus Christ. I was thinking of someone else. Sorry.
I think one of the nice things that did get added to the new engine was the moving platform stuff, because we'd not had it before this game engine, where you could have raising and lowering platforms and stuff like that. And it sounds like a simple thing, but we'd just not been able to do that before Angel of Darkness. So that disco rig, the lighting rig in the nightclub, we use that quite a bit.
On that note, even though the question was incorrect, it did remind me that you need to go soon, Jer. So we're going to could we skip to the Kurtis level, just so we can talk a bit more about Kurtis first? I know it's going to be a bit anal that we're going back and forth, but I'd rather discuss Kurtis rather than not discuss Kurtis with Jer. So let's do that. And we're gonna warn you all in advance, those of you who haven't played the remasters, as in you lot here on the call. They actually made Kurtis use Chirogai in the remastered games. They made it possible.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So Seth, you need to display us that, and also show us how the Daddy Kurtis looks like.
Yeah, just trying to.
I mean, everyone knows we had so many plans for Kurtis and his powers and things, and they ended up being in cutscenes, which didn't really make much sense for the rest of the game.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
There you go.
That looks
Nice.
good.
Looks
Is there a sound effect on that?
Is there a sound effect? Let's have a look. Let's have a listen. Let me bump
Hey,
it up.
what's he doing there? Is that him charging it up?
Psychic shield
Right. Cool.
reduces his damage taken by 50%.
What other powers did you manage to get in? I am wondering. Or were these the two that the team managed to put in?
Well, the amulet thingy that you mentioned, funnily enough, I'm not going to say much, but those with abilities might be able to discover some additional systems that were not properly implemented but are inside the game files. I'm not going to say anything further. I'm pretty sure I've seen some screenshots already on TRF. I know a disgusting place to go, but
Look at that.
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Wow.
have a look.
Yeah, he looks more like the
Massive,
model
massive difference.
Anthony. Did you deliberately? Do you remember that name?
Anthony Hoyer.
Yeah.
The first drawing I did of Kurtis was basically Trent Reznor.
Yes, I remember that.
Just drew a picture of Trent Reznor and gave him a gun.
Yeah.
And it worked. Yeah, is it common knowledge that, like all the other powers that Kurtis should have had? Because I know we had some really cool powers that he should have had.
He had Farsi. He
did.
could, go out of his body and go and be able to see at a distance.
Yeah.
While his body stayed in the same place.
Which was stolen. It was stolen by Beyond Two Souls, that Murty. If you've not played that game.
Yes.
They nicked all his powers.
Yeah, I know. It was basically Kurtis with a different outfit, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was. Yeah.
Look at him destroying that poor demented man.
Yeah.
Can you control it, or is it just a forward and backward then? Or can you actually control it flying around?
Just forward and back.
Okay.
I assume they fixed the targeting system. There was a problem with that as well,
Yeah.
wasn't there?
Yeah. I mean, in the original, he could lock onto up to 5 enemies as well.
Don't skip cutscenes, Seth. What are you doing, you heathen?
Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, sorry to interrupt you, Jer. Sorry.
I want to see the new version of the Proto Nephilim. I want to see as well.
Oh
yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
I know in one of the cutscenes, didn't he actually bring the door down with his powers to try and?
Yes. But that was in an FMV. Yeah.
Yeah.
He blew the door down.
That was an FMV because I remember animating that one.
Oh, right. That was an in-game cutscene, was it?
It was an in-game cutscene. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, these you can't skip, but cutscenes do not skip, please.
Yes.
I don't think. I mean, he doesn't actually. You see the Farsi and cutscene, and apart from that, he doesn't really have any powers at all in the original.
No, he doesn't have any.
Yeah. But now he can do stuff. He can't do Farsi in the remasters, except for the cutscenes, obviously. But at least you can do like Chirugai stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, he's doing Farsi now. Bloody hell.
So is this in-game now?
This is a cutscene. But it is rendered by the in-game engine. But it is, you don't control this. It's a cutscene.
Yeah.
Cool.
Can you imagine if all these abilities really had worked? What a difference it would have made. Bloody hell.
Yeah. It would have made a massive
You wouldn't have had time to play the game, Murty.
Let's get this game redone from the ground up. Let's get it where we want it to be.
I would love that.
That would be amazing.
Do all the sequels.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
With the full story. With the whole story.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, with all
the other half.
The other half, yeah.
Including the Tomorrow the Myth of Valhalla included
Castle
in the intro. That would be amazing.
Yeah, Cappadocia.
Cappadocia would have been great.
Yeah.
It was all there.
Great. It'd be great to see El Hauer as a game as well. Yes. All the time in the desert and.
Oh yeah.
If anyone's interested in a kidney that was damaged by alcohol beyond repair, Geek Raider will sell his kidney just to play that. We're good friends.
That's dedication.
Yeah.
Have we lost Andy?
No, I don't think so. Let me have a look.
I didn't.
Oh no, we did lose
I think
Andy.
we lost him 25 years ago, didn't we?
You should join late, so let's see. Yeah, we probably lost him. Can't see him at the moment.
He was having issues, wasn't he? Oh.
I've got to say, I've not looked at this in almost 20 years. You know that? I mean, when I think I said this in a different chat with somebody else, but when Core went down, I just went meh to Tomb Raider, especially when it went somewhere else. But I've forgotten how good this was. I know it's been improved now. Look at the graphical improvements and everything, but still.
That's what I'm saying. Like when me and Ash and Murty played this like 5-6 years ago, I was like, what was the problem? Do you know what I mean? On the original version, it was just so good. It was just. I do think we were clouded by the drama.
It was 25 years ago. I mean, yeah. I mean, we were working on it from 2000 to 2003. It's 3 years development. So yeah, it's 25 years of my back history.
Yeah.
So,
to play patched up version with Murty and Peter. Fans restored quite a bit of it because obviously the passion there and to fix things and all that, which is why you see the improvements that you see here on screen. Saber Interactive, who actually worked on this, just to reiterate here, Aspire published the game, Saber Interactive developed the game, and Saber Interactive hired fans to do all the remasters, including yours truly. Just a small, modest work there done on Tomb Raider 4 and 5.
Big difference there.
Great to get in there.
Oh, look at
there you
that!
go.
Wow.
That's Protoss little. What's Protoss little brother's name, Murty? By the way, this guy
David.
here.
Oh.
David. Okay. There you go. Canon explanation there. But yeah, just to iterate, Saber Interactive, they hired fans to work on this game. This is why you see a lot of the improvements that the way that should be, that only the fans will get, like the Shurugai abilities that everyone's peeing themselves from excitement about that. So
done a great job. Done a fantastic
absolutely.
job.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Did you do all the animation for Kurtis then, Jer?
Yeah, it's not for the actual FMV ones. They motion. I think was that the first time we used mocap as well.
They were doing this motion capture in Paris. Yeah.
It was very early stuff there. Like, but I remember that coming in. I think wasn't it a crowd in Scotland did that for us? I can't remember. It's just too long now, I'll be honest.
Attitude Studios in Paris.
Yeah,
right.
Paris Studios. Yeah.
I was about to say bad behavior, but it's Attitude Studios.
But I'm just looking at some of the animations that we did, which I've never seen before in game, which is a bit mad. We've always been a bit of a sore point that we couldn't put all the ideas we had into the finished project, but seeing them now is very, very cool. They're not really.
There's a lot in there, weren't there? Like that you sort of forget.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got reason to be very pleased with it, I think, generally. And this takes it to another notch, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, this is what I actually want to ask all of you before, and this is, I think, a perfect time since we all talk about, the development and the mood and the team. Obviously, Chronicles did not improve that mood anyway for you all developing it. I mean, I like the game. Obviously, you hated doing it, but looking at it like now, 25 years later, and knowing that yes, maybe Angel of Darkness is not people's favorite per se, but it has very strong following. I mean, for the narrative, for music, for Kurtis and all that stuff. And now you are sat here with a crazy English, well, now British person who could barely speak English, talking about the remasters. It probably feels a bit weird, considering how you felt originally when it was released.
Looking back on it, I think we got the story absolutely bang on. I think from Tomb Raider 4, we sort of set the seed, sowed the seed, should I say, to sort of kill Lara and bring her back in this game. I think the character, how we wrote their storylines for this game was really good, having Von Croy being murdered and, just introducing Lara to this whole, like, I know it's cliched, but darker universe. And it is totally different to all the other Tomb Raider games, really. So much so that when we sort of first joined the team, because Murty had been working on this with Adi and some of the other guys, James, for quite a while before the rest of the team joined. And I remember having a meeting with Murty and James, I think it was, saying, we need to add a few more tombs, please, just because it was that different.
Yeah.
And we did end up
This is Lara Noir.
Yeah. That's
Lara
what we should have
Noir.
called it. We shouldn't have called it Tomb Raider, to be honest.
Well, we didn't. If you remember, we didn't get the choice. I asked everybody to submit suggestions for the title, and we had pages and pages. Some of them quite rude, and some of them quite funny.
I think I have them actually.
I've still got that list. Yeah, I've got that list.
Yeah,
and then it was just handed down to us. It was like, oh yeah, there we go. It's going to be Angel of Darkness. Oh well, we can work with that. Yeah.
Can you remember what the other title was that quite a few of us wanted? The Lost Dominion.
Yeah.
And Jeremy and Adrian didn't like that because they said it was Star Trek because it had Dominion in the title.
I know.
Yeah.
It was yeah.
So
I mean, maybe that was one of the reasons why it had bad reception, though, is it because it was kind of not what people were expecting?
Yeah.
I suppose.
I think you're right. Yeah.
I remember in a meeting as well, I was talking about perhaps we could use quite a few ideas from various readings that I'd done, and I made the suggestion that we could use all sorts of different things, and people just weren't getting the references at all.
Yeah.
They didn't understand what I was referencing from books and comics and films and stuff. And the put off was always, oh yeah, well that's been in Star Trek. Oh yeah, well that's been in Lord of the Rings. Or well yes, because they're all thematic elements. They're all classic elements of storytelling. You're bound to be using something that's appeared somewhere else, but we're not stealing the ideas.
No,
we're
it's
adapting,
inspiration, isn't it? It's homage.
Yeah.
I do remember being told that some of the stuff that I did was too weird.
Well, I never thought that. I thought it was fantastic.
No, I mean, like I said earlier, we'd sit down in the meeting room, and everybody would be there, and we'd be like, well, we've come up with this sanitarium, James. Can you do some sketches? And then it'd be like, we've got this Hall of Seasons. We don't know what it is really, but we want this stuff to happen in it. And James would just sketch it in like 10 minutes. And it'd be like an amazing piece of artwork.
Yeah.
Well, what's surprising, watching that walkthrough, just how much of the kind of stuff that I'd done is in the game. There is lots of it in there.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that.
Hey.
That's some fox.
Naughty ladies. Sorry, it's my photos. My photos have leaked again. Before I lost a lot of weight in my boobies. Five Survived is asking a very good question, actually. Jerry, you might know this. Protoss vision is similar to Kurtis' Farsi ability. Actually, Murty might know this, actually. He read that something on Murty's website about Lara and Kurtis maybe being some kind of long-time project of Karel and Eckhart. Was that intended, or is it coincidence that their visions look similar?
That's definitely a Murty question.
Well, part of the background that I never did more than sketch out in very, very rough notes was that going back into Karel's past as a Nephilim, he had established a whole set of breeding communities throughout Europe and on the Russian border, going back into the 1300s to the time of Eckhart. And those breeding communities were being bred to enable human beings to interbreed with Nephilim and produce a spin-off race. And I never actually, I don't think I shared it with anybody or many people at the time. But the idea was that
I remember you.
Yes, I know. Yeah, I know, Rich. Yeah, and we talked about that, and that they were somehow, they're not superhuman, they're not super beings, but they're just improved levels of human beings, both Kurtis and Lara. And that's how they have this amazing adventurous spirit and independence and strengths and so on. But no, they weren't superhuman beings, but they were part of a sort of breeding program that went back into the 1300s. But again, that's been expanded on in various other notes and commented on elsewhere, I think on my website and so on. But yeah, a lot of stuff, a lot of very deep background material that you only see the tip of the iceberg.
I remember us talking about the sequel. I can't remember what we're going to call it, but the whole Cappadocia thing, where I'd started concepting out some like cavern tunnels with like this ancient transit system that was almost like Jules Verne sort of thing to transport people down into the sort of mountain. And I think we discussed having some sort of birthing area in there. Is that right? I can't remember.
Well, sort of regeneration birthing, like big coffinette things, like big Egyptian coffins. Yeah. I know that Jenny in her novelization, she's sort of developed that a bit further and gone further with that. I mean, they're well worth a read, Jenny's novels, if you can get the chance to download them or buy a copy. Just go for that, because they're really well written and well researched.
Definitely.
But yeah, wasn't it fun though, Rich? I mean, coming up with those ideas and thinking, we just hand this over to James now and he'll sketch the hell out of it, and we don't have to do any more, and somebody will animate it.
I had to build some of it.
Seth, can we save the game here? We're going to come back to this in a second. Do you have a cutscene where, Lara chases Kurtis for the first time, in the Louvre? I just want to show this to Jer. I'm just mindful of your time, Jer. That's why I want
mate.
to go.
I have to play through that whole level. I can probably get through it quite quickly.
Okay, let's do that. And might as well, we're going to discuss Louvre then with Addy, because I think you worked quite a bit on Louvre, Addy, didn't you?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I remember it well.
Let's go there then. Okay, that did not sound confident. Right. Do apologize that we're jumping back and forth. I'm trying to make sure that we get enough of your valuable time on everything.
I'm dying to see the update of the botanical gardens bit.
Yes, we'll get there as well.
Yeah.
And did she just say that she wants to use non-lethal weapon?
Yeah, but that was in the first Louvre level. I accidentally selected that.
That's new thing, isn't it? She doesn't actually say that to me. Yeah.
But yeah, didn't she? Because we had the whole thing of her killing loads of guards,
to prove that she's innocent.
Indiscriminately killing guards. Yeah.
We also want to see Peter's face on Mona Lisa, because of course we do.
Oh no, we don't.
In HD.
We want she's remastered now as well. She looks much better.
Unlike Peter.
Yeah, I need improvement as well. Yeah,
You win some, you lose some.
I think the room is locked off in this level.
Okay.
Yes.
It looks beautiful, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember Andrea doing quite a few bits of this, like the architecture and stuff.
Was there all smoke on the originals? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, it probably didn't look as good, but it still looked kind of cool for a PS2.
We have a question about Mona Peter, as in Peter's face on Mona Lisa. Sadly, Andy Sandham disappeared, but I know that he's the one who photoshopped your face on Mona Lisa.
I think it was Tom Scott.
Yeah, it was Tom, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Or maybe a collaboration.
I literally remember going to see Andrea. I can't remember why I was at his desk, but I went, okay, Tom Scott has just done a rendition of this Mona Lisa kind of thing. He went, send me it. So I emailed it, and then the rest, as we know, is history. I didn't realize for about a decade that it was actually in, because like a lot of the developers at the time, we just didn't want to really look back on Tomb Raider because of all the drama and all, the chaos that went on.
The emotional scarring.
Yeah, it's still there as well. It's still there, but not as dramatic as what it was,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I remember myself and Pascal Maguire and Graham Gallagher go into the Louvre on a fact-finding tour and taking loads of photos. And I was taking photos of the security cameras, and all these people materialized next to me going, "What else?"
Oh, that would be so dangerous these days.
Is that why
It's not the least bit suspicious. the fact you were wearing balaclavas probably didn't help, you know.
Being kicked out of the Louvre.
Actually, a good question here for you, Peter. When are we getting some Monocons posters in the shop? You could sign those.
That's not a bad idea, actually. Yeah, okay. Watch your space. I'll look into that very soon.
T-shirts as well, mate.
I think I gave someone a mug once with my mug on
We
it.
had t-shirts done, yeah. We had t-shirts actually. Bring them to Derby though. Let's. I'm sure people will buy them. I'm sure Geek Radio will want to have them on his saggy man tits. Love you. There you go. The infamous cutscene.
I love this cutscene. I do love this cutscene.
Yeah,
It's a bit creepy, but it's nice. Yes.
Wee.
nice.
I remember doing that one. Putting the effects figures in there.
Nice.
The music wasn't written for that, but the music just seemed to work really well with this. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
None of the music was
nails.
written.
Oh man, look at this.
That is
That's
just
looking really great.
What's going on here?
Really
I love
nice.
his manicure. Look at mine. I fucking bite my fingers.
It's going to be interesting when you hit the. See
Could you
the
get
bullets
away with that
going,
these days?
hitting the glass.
Oh yeah.
Dirty bugger.
So Lady Rai asks, why was Carvier killed by the monstrum? Did she know too much, or because she helped Lara?
That's a good question. I should have asked that.
Well, the baddies were trying to leave no loose ends, and Carvier just a bit too much information.
Oh.
She was a loose end.
Yeah.
She had to go, like Von Croy was. He was a loose end. He had to be tidied up.
That looks
Oh, there you
great.
go. Found it now, that question. Actually, there's a good question regarding Gunderson from Five Survive. Did Eckert hypnotize Gunderson somehow in the first cutscene when he touches his shoulder? Because he glows or something and Gunderson stares into nothingness.
Well, Eckhart is a master manipulator. So although all of the members of the Cabal all had their own agendas and they were all after what they knew he had to offer, which was long life, they were all under his control. So yeah, that thing of touching somebody on the shoulder, he's controlling it. It's like the Mentalist, you know, the TV series, The Mentalist.
Very good.
There's so many ways of controlling people using tone of voice and physical movements and gestures. You know, talking over this great stuff here.
I just love the eye movements. They just look alive now. Because they, I know that in the game itself, I'm pretty sure her eyes move as well when she just stands and do nothing. Said, correct me if I'm wrong. Pretty sure her eyes move. I know they did in 1, 2, and 3. They should do in here as well.
I'll check.
Yeah, it just like makes so much difference.
She blinks as well.
Yeah, yeah. There you go.
Yeah,
Bonk.
a lot better. It looks so much better.
Oh, he looks great, doesn't he? Yeah.
Mean as hell.
In such little time, though, I must say, because Saber were working. I know you guys would pop out like one game each year, which was normal back in the day. With Angel of Darkness, took it a bit more, but they done 3 games, 4, 5, and 6, within less than 1 year, whilst also working on patches for 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
I think Angel of Darkness needed at least 1 year on its own, but unfortunately, that was not up to me to decide that. And in this short period of time, they managed to do quite a bit of work, as you can see. Not perfect, but amazing still, no matter what.
It's very good.
He has like eyelashes cuts and everything.
I just hope.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Her eyeliner and eyelashes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is probably the most impressive remaster, to be honest, because even though Angel of Darkness looked good on PS2, they had to make it look a lot better just because it's not PS1, it's not blocky, it's not simple graphics, so they had to really work on it to make it look better than it did.
Yeah.
and it shows. You can really see that.
Yeah, I don't think they've done Bouchard, unfortunately. Although I'm pretty sure
Bouchard is upgraded. He is definitely just a little bit
Oh,
smaller.
okay.
Yeah.
I think
Okay. Okay, I see. Mercy, why was Lara mad on one Crow? I'm sure I know what you're gonna answer. When he left her in Egypt, but actually he didn't because he came back.
Yeah. It was all, accidents happen. He left because he thought she had been killed, but then he did go back and try and find her afterwards. I mean, this is all in the El Hawa backstory on my website. You can check this out. But he did go back to try and find her again, but she didn't know that. So when she turns up in Paris, she's still pissed at him for abandoning her. And we know what happened in his apartment. But
complex relationship, wasn't it? He played the bad guy throughout the whole of Last Revelation, and then kind of redeemed himself at the end of it. And like you said, then tried to redeem himself again by going back and finding her. So not simple characterization. It was complex.
Yeah. And then Lara, spends time in the desert, with the tribe, and becomes El Hawa.
Sorry to interrupt you guys. I know Jer and Peter need to go. Before you guys go, could you just tell us your final impressions of this?
I'm really, really impressed. I'll be honest. I mean,
I'm gonna play it now. I'm gonna send you the code, obviously. But
okay, but I mean, I work with Rick now. I mean, that's how I got involved in this now. So Rick's been asking me for a few times, "Will you come and join this chat?" I don't know.
I've been pestering you, Anna.
But I'm so glad now because I mean, like I say, I've not seen this in such a long time. But most of it's just like memories come flooding back watching this stuff again. Like, but what they've done is so impressive. It really is. They should be proud of themselves.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got to fly. I've got family here, so I have to go meet them. So I'll love
thank you for joining us, Jer.
And don't stay up too late because you're all old men now. So.
Oh, sorry. Before you go, Jer, there is this is completely not related to Tomb Raider, but I know you wrote a book. Do you want to quickly tell us about it?
Yeah. I brought a kiddies book out just for a bit of fun to see what would happen.
And if anyone's interested, have a look in the chat for the link.
Yeah.
It's fantastic artwork, beautiful artwork. You must check it out. It's really, really good.
It's on the way now. We're actually at Fiverr. Thanks for that.
But it is very good. It is very good.
It is. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Thanks, Joe.
Guys. It's been really good seeing you guys. And we have to arrange a meetup as well. It's been too long as well, so we need to do this. We did a while ago in Derby. I saw Pete down in Derby not long ago.
Well, it's on again in October, so come over.
All right.
It shall be done. Okay then.
All right.
Take care, sir.
Thank you for this.
See you tomorrow.
Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Yeah.
Right. Cheers, guys. Cheers.
Thanks,
Peter,
See you later. Bye-bye.
Peter, stay on. Peter, please don't go yet.
No, I'm going to stick around.
Sorry. Okay, what are your thoughts on this?
We could have got rid of him then. He'll miss the chance.
We could, you had your opportunity there. I think they've done an amazing job. I mean, like you said, they've remastered 3 in less than a year, along with the updates on the first 3. I think they've done a spectacular job. And had they been given a year purely on this, I think it would have been, exponential again. But I think if I keep seeing the flicks between the originals and the current reimaginations, and it just looks spectacular. It's just a really good game. Fuck the haters, sorry, but I think there's enough in there to warrant it to be a credible game. So
okay, well, thank you for coming over, Peter, and make sure to buy Peter's music album on shop.peterconnolly.com. The link was in the chat multiple times. Have a look for it.
Can I just plug the shop with a little bit of extra here?
Go on. Sure.
Might as well give it a go.
I will actually paste the link again.
There you go. You can see that. There's the yeah. Can you get that without seeing it?
There you go.
Well, there's the vinyl anyway for Angel of Darkness. There's still a couple left, so get in there quickly.
1 second, I'm gonna drop you a link again in the chat so people can get themselves the Angel of Darkness on vinyl.
2 seconds and I'll be up to the Mona Peter, by the way.
Okay,
Stay on.
You've done a great job of that, playing that level, Seth. Gary Tongue did that
Yeah.
outside of
really good.
the loop, and now we're going
Yeah,
into
yeah.
Oh God,
the
is
main
this
gallery
cringe?
itself.
Yes.
Cringe time, is it?
There it is.
No.
There we go.
Look at
There he
that.
is.
I remember
God.
There he
sending the
is.
full HD texture to them.
Mona Peter.
God. It took
There
about,
she
I think I
is.
said earlier, it took me about a decade to actually verify that it was in there. It was just just terrific.
Were you hungover or something on that picture?
Yeah, I was. I think I was at Pete Barnard's house for some reason. I seem to recall. I remember kind of crashing one night after a party and just waking up by everyone around us with a camera. And I was like, whoa, what's going on, you know? Kind of thing. One eye open. That was it. I think it's been used in a couple. I think I'd love the original photo, but for my life, just cannot find it.
I
Was this
think
one
I
of the
have
bit you did
on
it?
the photo, yeah.
Yeah. Before you go, Pete, you remember when we met in Manchester? I can't remember how. I think it was 2016, and we were both talking about the absolute highlights that we had, the best points. And I was saying that my highlight was actually hearing my dialogue worked on by the various voice actors, and that was actually hearing my words coming to life in a way that I could never have expected. It just gave a whole different dimension, and you said the same about your music when you heard them, when you had the music being played by the orchestras.
Joss Ackland,
you remember that?
Spectacular, wasn't it?
Yeah, I do. Do you find that you still kind of like you just don't feel it's real? It's still a little bit surreal.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously over time it becomes a little bit more obvious that happened, but it's just like, I mean, I always say about the recording the Angel of Darkness music at Abbey Road, I don't really remember much of that day other than being hyperactive and just being, I wish I could have just relaxed a little bit and enjoyed the moment more, but I was that kind of focused and that busy that I can't really, I didn't have much time to sit back and realize what was actually going on because it was epic. It was huge, I mean, and I understand you would have the same with seeing your words come into reality, with the actors and actresses. So
that was the absolute highlight. Yeah.
It's, it is at the end of the day. It is what it was at the time, but it's a great game. I would always stand by that.
And a guy called Luke just bought the vinyl, I think, of you. So
I've just heard ka-ching from Shopify.
There you go.
Thank you.
Oh, and I've just had a message from Tracy that she's just had an order for one of the journals from someone. I think did she say somewhere in Brazil?
Amazing. Well, we're going to come back on Tracy in a minute because I need to promote another thing that Tracy done for us, and you guys will love that. But Peter, thank you for joining us. Glad you could join us for a little bit, and have a great day. See you later.
I will do. Thank you all. I really appreciate it. Thanks. I'll see you soon.
Absolutely, Pete.
Take care, Pete. Cheers now.
Now that's the Spencer Connolly. Now I'm gonna pause the gameplay for us just to do a quick public service. I'm sorry, I do apologize that we do sound like I'm having fucking commercial breaks every 5 minutes. It's like American TV here or something. That's why I said commercial, not adverts. But Tracy worked with me on a few Tomb Raider cartoonishly styled figurines from the Angel of Darkness mostly. So if anyone's interested, this is how they look. They're all painted, some of them. We have Winston, obviously. We have Lara. We have Kurtis. We have Proto. We have Von Croy and Janice. They're all hand-painted. One of each is currently available. There'll be more to order, but at the moment you can order them. You'll pay the cost of the materials to print them. You can actually order just plain ones. As you can see, you can have like book holders with Lara and Kurtis pushing the books against each other. There's one with Janice as well. So please have a look if you want them.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wicked.
The unpainted one are quite cheap because all I charge is how much it costs to print them and to wash and cure them. And hand-painted one include that plus whatever Tracy charges for her work and painting and varnish and all that. So they might look like quite a lot, but they're actually hand-painted. So this is why.
Busy lady, Tracy, isn't she?
The link is in the chat as before, and we're gonna go back into the game momentarily. There we go.
Oh, is anybody going to ask me what I've been working on apart from Tomb Raider, so I can get a plug-in for Shadow Histories?
Go on. We'll continue with adverts. Go on.
Well, before I was working on Tomb Raider, I was working on my own set of novels called The Shadow Histories. There we are. Thank you. And I plotted out 6 novels, and I've finished 2 of them, which you can download.
Nice.
And I'm working on the 3rd at the moment. I don't know whether I'll ever get to finish them. However, Eric Loren, who played, I don't know, what was the character he played? Somebody called...
Janice.
Yeah.
Janice, that's right. He played Janice. No, he played Kurtis, obviously, and he has a production company. We're trying to get Shadow Histories produced as a TV series. But at the moment, we're going to do an audio version of the novels as well, and we're recruiting actors and performers and musicians and so on to be sort of getting on with that. So if you want to find out any more about that, the Shadow Histories, have a look on my website on murtyscofield.com. There's loads of information on there, as well as the El Hauer backstories and Morgau and all the rest of it. So yeah, there we go. Plug over.
Thoroughly recommend them.
There we go. And going back into the game. Right. So since we're not that time limited now, let's go back to let's see what we didn't show yet. Oh, Strahov is probably a good idea. Prague. Let's see the unsavory little runt.
We didn't see her taking out the.
Sorry. Terence just told me. Can you show us the shops, because they made the shops work in the remasters? Can we go back to Paris to see the how the shops work?
Shall I just get the unsavory little runt line out of the way?
Yes, please. Let's do that. So we want to see Herbalist RNA after this.
Yes.
That's a lot of work then. It's a lot of work. They've gotten all the shops to work as well.
Yeah. And I said there is also amulet mechanic that might be somewhere in the game files that someone with the programming skills might be able to implement. But I'm not saying anything. I don't know what you're talking about. I can't speak English. Oh, she didn't call him on several front.
She did.
She did. I didn't see that. Okay, never mind. Let's go.
Let me think. Where is it?
And we haven't seen him. We haven't seen Lara take care of the cleaner either. The assassin.
We will see that as well. But first we go.
He's got a good backstory as well.
The cleaner.
That is a new line that they activated, because she doesn't actually say that in the original game. What Parker got himself into, blah, 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 after reading the notebook. Well, before reading the notebook.
Nice.
Yeah, so the shops do work, which is quite incredible. I'm horrible. I haven't actually played much of the remasters, because when they first got released, I was down with fucking allergies on resin, because I was 3D printing a lot of figurines, and then printer broke. And then I got Life, and then I had Oblivion Remastered, but I do play them a little bit. So, but I was aware that the shops are there. I just forgot about things.
You need money to actually get stuff.
Well,
is that so? The shops, because I know I was watching a playthrough and they said that you get a lot of money and then you don't really get to use it. So
now you get to use them. And we actually have one of the women who actually works there, the lead designer on the Angel of Darkness Remastered, Lara Titova. Hello, everyone. Hello, Mertzi, and thank you for the stream. I don't know why I said it in the Russian accent.
Hi, Lara.
Russian.
Hi. Hi, Lara.
Sorry, I'm probably having a moment. I just read her message in her accent, which is really bad.
Yeah, Lara Titova's artwork is fantastic. She's a really incredible artist, fantastic artist. If you get a chance to look at any stuff of hers online, it's well worth the viewing. Fantastic work.
So here's the herbalist. He was also not working, as in the game, but
he spoke. But It was
Yeah.
like one line or something.
And also his lips didn't really move, didn't they? Until like someone
Only
punched
on
them
the
in.
PC version.
Oh
they
wow!
didn't.
Yeah.
Look at that shot! Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't remember drawing that. Did I draw that?
Yeah, I think this
You did,
was
you did.
Charles with interiors. This one, I think he did a few of the shop interiors that were like really, really detailed.
Yeah,
and-
yeah.
Oh,
Really good.
what a difference!
Really good.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
All the people behind the shop look like Paul Whitehouse a bit.
There you go. Purchase. Poison antidote, health pills.
Nice.
This which you can buy from him.
And from Ren, I can demonstrate that.
Yes.
Excellent.
She all drugged up now. Now she's gonna go get the guns. She sounds like an American person. Sorry, Americans, I do love you. Some of you.
They did a great job on that.
Yeah.
I wonder if a question for the remaster guys. I know they're not on the chat, but
One of them is.
did they ever consider merging the Paris level back into one map again? Because we
That's
had
a
it
good
built
question.
all as one huge map, and we couldn't fit it in a PS2. But I'm presuming today's
Yeah.
streaming technology, did they ever consider that?
We'll see what she says. Lara Titova. She can answer that.
I bet that would have been really difficult and just caused a knock-on effect for other issues. That would have been cool, though.
Oh, I don't know. It depends. Like I don't think we used it in gameplay, if you know what I mean. I think if we could have had it all seamless, we would. Apart from the shop interiors, maybe. But yeah,
I'm pretty sure you drove this as well, James. I'm pretty sure I've seen the concept of
Yeah.
that. There you
Charles
go.
did that as well.
Laser sight silencer. Yeah,
Nice.
it's completely new.
Oh my God, how much does he charge? What is this inflation in Paris in 2003? Jesus Christ.
I like the way you get a silencer in a pawn shop.
is it a silencer?
Is it
Sorry.
the silence that you have in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
But there is something in the monster and crime scene I wanted to point out to Murty,
Go on.
if I'm permitted to go there.
Of course, yes.
Okay.
Please go.
I'll point it out when it comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is also
Great job.
radio in the church that now works as well, but we're not gonna go there because we can't really hear audio very well because we're all chat. But yeah, please do.
Oh, Rich, I remember one of the things that was coming. I was suggesting that we could perhaps incorporate the concept of the golem. You know, the Jewish idea of the walking, the construct.
yeah.
And I remember somebody piping up. I can remember exactly who it was, but I won't say who. And he said, "Oh no, we can't use that because Golem's in the Lord of the Rings." And I said, "No, golem, not bloody Gollum."
Well, there you go.
That
It's
was
like
the level of
Minion.
understanding that some people brought to
That's what
it.
you got to deal with.
Yeah.
This,
Yeah.
this is
Name
like
and
Yeah,
shame.
footprints in the original.
The golem.
Jerry and myself working on Prague Square.
Oh, right. Are there any? There's a question from Taranatsia. Are there any other mechanics even that you wanted to implement but couldn't due to tech limitation, aside from the shops and stuff?
Hi, Tina.
Hi, Tina. I think there was all sorts that we couldn't put in, weren't there? We had that many ideas and mechanics. You know, the streaming we wanted to try and get working, but we just couldn't get it working in time. Obviously,
look at
all
that.
the Kurtis moves.
That's great.
That was a huge thing that we couldn't get in.
Seth,
Yeah.
sorry, Rich, I will interrupt you. Seth, could you stop for a sec
Yeah.
and go into the photo mode for me?
Yeah.
Because I know James has this painting somewhere, and there is a big painting on the wall. It should be like red or something. Am I mistaken something?
The main wall.
Yeah. Oh no, is that one? I can't remember. There was a painting.
I think down below, when you know, in the.
Oh yeah.
Is that one of yours,
Down below.
James?
No, that's a Musha.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there is
that's
one
what I
below.
was gonna say. Yeah.
Purpose did all this, mate.
It's like black and white black and red kind of.
I think that's in the secret room down below. I think it's in there.
Right. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I knew it's somewhere here. We'll find it. I'll find it eventually.
I thought that might have been James by way of Musha, but
I think
it's mad because before Angel of Darkness, we didn't really have any concept art for any of the Tomb Raider games. So this, James, I know you said you only did drawing stuff, but it really did make a big difference.
Oh, huge.
Absolutely.
Huge. It gave it the dimension it needed. Fantastic. Yeah,
it did. It gave it some, because we were building more realistic environments, and it needed. Obviously, we had Andrea, who was an architect as well. But for somebody to sort of come in and visualize everything that we wanted to do before we actually built it, it was great.
Essential.
Well, I think like with you, Murty, that one of the things that I did bring was that I had a kind of slightly different frame of reference to what was usual. Do you know what I mean? Because I've done fine art and all the rest of it. So
You've done something other than games.
Essentially. Yeah. Is that the painting you're on about?
I think so. Yeah. I think. Yeah. Yeah.
No, I remember that. Like fake bacon. See, that's like a Francis Bacon that was inspired by. So, which you probably don't see that often in games.
So the thing I wanted to show Murty is when you pick up the facts, this is the description. Just check out the description. I don't know if Murty knew about this.
Shard, yeah. Facts. So what is it you're asking me?
Did you know?
I shall read that. Madman Career, please refer to the website Shadow History to access restricted information.
That's right. I've got that reference in. Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I also got.
Does it actually link to it, Murty?
No.
Is that in the original?
Do that. You should make a fake website and link it to it.
Well, I've had discussions with people who said we should do this and we should do that, and no, it just gets too. Well, I don't know. I mean, to me, it seems very complicated, but everything I've wanted to put out there is on my murtyschofield.com website. But I put the clue to Shadow History in there, and I also put the I mentioned Morgau, Vasily's daughter, who I've since expanded into a very, very important character in the follow-on series, and Jenny Millward's used Morgau in the follow-up novels. So it's great to see these things continuing, having a life. Just going
Thanks
on.
to the fans.
I don't think you can actually have
absolutely.
.pr not domain name. I wanted to buy it now.
It does vindicate our efforts, to be honest, knowing that so many people still love this game and still follow it, still want more of it. We should get the go ahead to make the sequel. Why not?
And as we know, for everybody who loves it, there'll be a hater, but you just don't have any dealings with that. It's the people who are positive about it. Those are the ones that they'll go on and do stuff. The amount of fan artwork and fan modeling and cosplay. I mean, it's stunning, and it's really impressive. It's one of the few reasons I do like going to the conventions. It's not just to get my ego stroked, but to actually meet fans and talk to fans and share and hear the effect it's had on them. I mean, I remember in Derby a couple of years ago, people were coming up and showing me photographs of Cappadocia and them and their families in Cappadocia, because they'd gone there because of Angel of Darkness, even though we didn't get there in the game, and they were showing me them in the underground tunnels that
Red Lion
I talked about. Fantastic.
I designed that
The Red Lion.
Oh, wow.
Terenta says, thanks, Murty, she traveled to Cappadocia. I know Lara Titova also went to Cappadocia as well.
Yeah, but a lot of people have. Loads of people are coming up and showing me photographs of them in Cappadocia. Very, very.
But let's be honest, you don't only just go to meet people at the cons. You also do like being stroked, just like as much as your ego.
Well, it's nice to have the work reaffirmed, but I could as easily not go. But the only reason I've been going in recent years is that my granddaughter Cody has been offering to take me and drive me there, and she doesn't understand any of this because she's not a gamer in any way. And the first time she went there, and she said, I now understand what you're on about. It was the first time that she'd actually understood what all this was about and what it meant to people, and that was very affirming as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, it's great.
Mercy motivated me a lot on this journey, says Lara. So you should start your own cult. It could be we could make millions. It could be like Mertitology or something.
Merty's Monstrum.
Monstrology.
Start your own travel company to Cappadocia. Just take groups.
Oh my God.
Oh,
yes.
there, another one visited. Yeah, fantastic. Prague. Yeah, people going to Prague as well. Yeah, I know that Tina went to Prague, and
I could be one of the tour guides. I could dress as Janice and could put on fake French accents.
Oh, that would get people going.
Oui, le pantalon.
Perhaps not to Paris, but
some people dressed as Nephilim in the caves chasing people.
Yeah. Nuffy.
Anyway, Ash, is there a particular level I should start from and continue from?
I'm just thinking actually about it. I think we've seen.
Can we see the assassin?
Yes, the One Croix apartment. Actually, I would like to see the One Croix apartment because there's quite a few Easter eggs in there and references on like mise en scène, CD covers. I wonder if they included Chaz and Dave. I don't know which one of you guys love Chaz and Dave that much that they have like CD in the original Angel of Darkness on One Croix.
God.
Do you know? No.
No, I don't know.
Anyone gonna confess?
I know it was Wayne Elliott. Wayne did a couple of the environments. I think this was one of his.
Yeah,
he was put
I'm
in
going to have a look.
Little Easter eggs in there. Yeah.
I know there is a picture of cats as well. Peter and Squidge.
Yeah, I think this was one of his.
If anyone wants to read about Lara's trip to Paris and Terence's trip to Prague and Cappadocia and comparing to Angel of Darkness, check out the article on the official website tombraider.com. It's over there somewhere. And the link is in the chat, but also on the screen. There you go. One Croix is the crazy cat lady. Obviously different cats, but the original cats were the cats of the designer as well. Different Squidge. Hopefully they're still alive 20 years later. Shush! How dare!
Oh, Rich, you remember we went to see League of Gentlemen live in Derby?
Yeah, I remember that.
Do you remember that?
Yeah,
that was
awesome.
That was great fun, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I totally forgot. Yeah.
Yeah,
I love that. You can't watch that anymore. It's not on telly anymore. You can't stream it.
No.
It's bad.
No, I've got the DVDs, fortunately.
I have as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't cancel that.
What other Easter eggs are there in this level?
We're just looking at the covers on the worktops, which you did show, but can you just zoom in a little bit more so we can have a look, like where his desk is and stuff? And also we want to see on the Eckart's alleged writings on the wall.
An invisible wall, so it's hard to get close.
All right.
Chaz and Dave, yeah, I see it.
There you go.
I can't get closer.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, well, let's have a look at the actual writings on the wall from the.
As in the blood writing.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's some interesting lore stuff that some fans seem to have missed in the new patch. Check out Eckart's console where he assembles the sun glyph. We're gonna look at that as well later on. Do you know where that is?
Console where he assembles. Oh, yeah. There's a 10-second delay, by the way, so I'm not just mentally slow
fine.
or anything.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. The way we do this is quite anal because Seth is not living with me, obviously, yet. But he streams to YouTube, and I capture it from YouTube to put it in here. So there's like weird delay.
Gotcha.
Let's have a look at the assassin as well, and then we're gonna go and have a look at the sun glyph bit.
Yeah, so they made it so that you have to look at the walking stick to
you need to
see
pick
the
it up.
engravings.
Yeah,
so that's new.
Nice.
Do you, Seth? Do you know this game backwards and forwards and inside out? I mean, do you just know all this stuff?
Yes, I do. I've even done a video where I've like rewritten and reconstructed it, so I think I know it pretty well.
Oh, fantastic!
I'm gonna
love
drop
it.
the link to Seth's YouTube channel now, in case anyone wants to follow him. I mean, if I can shoot anyway.
Okay.
Thanks. He looks like Jerry
He
Springer.
looked better. He was a bit of a chinless wonder. Yeah.
Oh wow!
The guy from the Eurythmics, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
So glad they added
Very
health
good.
bars.
Yeah.
Fun trivia
Yeah,
for you. The guy from Eurythmics actually was a producer for Tomb Raider music albums
He was.
by Rana Mitra.
Yeah.
So, reference.
Yeah. Awesome.
Oh, Adi, you need to go soon. Okay. I think we covered. Did we cover any? Did we forget to look at any levels that you have done?
No, you've done them all. Yep.
Okay. Well, what are your final thoughts on this remaster? What do you think?
No, I think it's excellent. I think the team and have done a brilliant job of the game, of remastering it. So they should feel very, very proud of the work they've gone and done on all levels of the game. So they've done themselves justice, and they've done the team justice.
I couldn't agree more. So thanks so much for joining us today, Adi. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot,
All right,
guys.
thanks.
Take care.
Bye.
Cheers,
Bye.
Eddie.
See you now.
Yeah.
See you.
Bye.
There is a good question from Five Survive. He actually asked a couple of things, so I'm going to merge them into one. Murty, this is for you. Did Karel at any point in the game use Kurtis's appearance? And also the same for Logic.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you're talking about really finesse details now. I can't recall. I mean, he was a shape changer, but he can't change shape at the drop of a hat. You know, it takes several hours for him to change shape into and take somebody's form on. So he's not doing it willy-nilly right, left and center. But if there's an advantage of him being able to manipulate somebody, he will take their shape. And he does it with quite a few people in the game. But I couldn't give you facts and dates and all that.
I think
it's just too long.
She's gonna drop us the facts in the chat, and I'm gonna. Okay, he never shifted into Kurtis. That's what Murty said to her. That's what Taranta says.
Right.
Right. So now we can go to the Sandglyph assembly set. We're done with this.
Yeah. I have to get through the last level though.
I think it's just the level before the last. No.
Oh, do you mean the door? I thought you meant the actual. I think you
No,
mean the actual
console where he assembles.
Yeah, that's at one of the last cutscenes.
Oh, Rich, just
Hello.
cutting across it. Do you remember this?
Oh, is that the Thunder Pilots thing?
No, that's from the tomb. That's from Indiana Jones.
Oh yes, yeah. Of course it is. Yeah, it's the Flying Wings.
Yeah, it's the Flying Wing. Yeah,
Awesome.
You brought me that from the States. That's just.
I did.
It's got pride of place here next to my laptop.
Yeah, that was
Still after all these years.
The thing that cuts a man to pieces. When
Yes.
he's fighting Indiana Jones. Yes.
It's I remember now. It was the first time I went to Florida. That I bought it you back, didn't I?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I've got my own somewhere. I think it might be in the attic. Yeah, packaged away.
Murty,
Yeah.
was there any discussion of the official Chirugai merch? I'm wearing this, which you got me for one of my birthdays a while ago. I had a birthday last Tuesday. I didn't receive anything from you, It's a terrible person. But anyway, any discussions of the official Chirugai merch or Sandglyph merch?
No. There's no. I've never been in discussion with anybody about that, but I know people have made their own versions of them. And there's a Jack. Can't remember his surname.
Lincoln Wood.
Sorry,
Lincoln
Wood. Yes. He made working full scale Chirugai. In fact, I've got one. I've got one next door.
That's awesome.
And absolutely fantastic thing. I mean, they're not metal, you know, because you've got to be able to take them into a convention and
yeah.
But yeah, he made some full scale ones. Absolutely brilliant. Jack made some wonderful stuff.
It's also from Jack. It's all 3D
there
printed.
We are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, 3D. Right. Yeah. We're not going to get mine now.
Brilliant.
He also made me a Lara's Guns, the Spear of Destiny, Skion. The other two are not by him. Yeah. We all like got our merch from Jack.
Yeah, he made me some Tomb Raider 2 dragon statues, which are cool.
Nice.
Right. Oh, I love the lighting in here. It's so cozy, even though everyone dies.
Yeah. I can't find the Chira guy, but I have got the shard that Jack made.
Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah, that's
and it lights up. I don't know if it will still light up. No, I think the battery's gone on it. But yeah, look at that.
Nice.
See things that you designed in real.
Come back into life. It's amazing.
Yeah, that was one of your concepts, wasn't it, James?
Yeah. That's exactly.
Speaking of, Seth, after this thing finishes, could you save the game? And since James needs to go, we need to go and look at the Biodome level because he would like to talk about it. So let's go there, and then we'll come back here afterwards. I'm sorry for jumping back and forth.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go in a bit as well, sir.
No!
Yeah.
Don't do that! It's been years!
About 8:30-ish.
I could get to that console in like 10 seconds.
Okay, let's do that then first.
I'm not that big a rush though.
Ash, are you the only one who can see the comments coming in, or can everybody else? Because I can't.
I can't. No, you can't see. I can see them, and I highlight stuff that we need to see.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be there very quickly.
Okay, that's what he said.
I said be there.
Yeah.
Not any other word.
What is wrong with you, game man? Why do you need to announce it? We are not an item with Seth, by the way. We argue like we are like a married couple, but we're not.
No, you've been pretty nice recently, uncharacteristically.
I'm off my meds.
Anyway, the console is here. What's the...
There is some lore on it about apparently added with the final patch. So there you go. Oh, am I? Oh.
What were you expecting?
I don't know, Terence. What are we expecting? Is that the symbols?
The symbols are different from the original.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Yes,
I don't know what you said.
Murty spent 3 weeks developing those symbols.
So they're parts
of the sanglyph. They're parts of the broken up sanglyph.
Yeah.
Very good.
Now it makes sense. Okay. Right.
Yeah. Thanks, Ternetti, Tina. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's go into. Yep.
Awesome.
Seth, you said something.
Biodome. That's all I said.
Yes, Biodome. Let's go there.
This flyby is new for the start.
All right.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh wow!
Nice. Yeah, it needed that, didn't it? Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, was it? I think Fergus did that. He did a great job anyway in the original.
Yeah, Fergus's level was spectacular.
Yeah.
Some of these trees were reused for TRAE.
Right.
Yeah, 10th anniversary edition. Which, we might need to organize a live stream of that at some point.
Yes.
Thanks for that, Lara.
Yeah, we did actually. Yeah.
Broccoli with attitude.
I forgot about them.
No, broccoli noir.
Here is Geek Raider's favorite person. This is his ideal man. This is his taste. You laugh. He actually does fancy him.
I do love this dialogue. This is the last time Lara actually had a personality. IMO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But
thank you. Thank you. I worked hard on the dialogue, but yeah, I've had good feedback about the dialogue.
it's the green neck veins that do it for me. Yes, Geek Raider, we know.
Great. Broccoli with attitude.
Poison.
Oh, no.
Okay, I like how they added a little bit of fog as well to make it the air look moist, which like it should be in a greenhouse, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed a few sort of particle thing effects they have in this that they didn't in the original.
Yeah.
Like dust when our feet are moving and stuff.
Yeah,
it is the same. No, there were always those particle effects.
You think?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I remember butterflies, but I can't.
Like water splashes, and there were butterflies and the fog.
No. All right, okay. Maybe I need to take some meds for my brain, I think. Okay. Right, let's see.
It's just very ornate, isn't it? Like the whole texturing of it.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
So alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell a couple of games since have kind of used this as inspiration, like even possibly the greenhouse in Harry Potter, in the Hogwarts Legacy. I know, it looks very similar to that.
Close.
Yeah.
This was before.
I wish people acknowledged their sources like that. Yeah.
Look at that.
This is very Resident Evil.
Wow.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Oh no! Run!
And then she runs towards it.
Yeah. No, the other way. Dumbass.
She's known for her bravery.
Evil.
That is like liquor from Resident Evil.
It's like something that Guillermo del Toro would make.
Yeah.
His worst nightmares.
Yeah. Oh, he stole loads of ideas from us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to say, Ash, something I'd like to see before I go. I mean, I'm not rushing through this because this is fantastic. I'd love to see the final scene.
Yes,
When
I wanted
Kurtis
you to see that.
Yeah, and then that because of that closing moment when Lara just picks up the Chira guy. I just find that, particularly with the music, particularly with Pete's music, I just find that one of the most moving scenes. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to quote Steve of here, but it is quite poetic how she just walks into the shadow to never be seen again, because later on it's all
classic stuff.
Different era of
Not
the games.
Anymore.
No, she's dead.
What did you do?
Yeah, I can go to the complete the last level to see that last scene if you like now.
Please, yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
I have to
We
do the
didn't
boss
get to
fight.
see the whole game, did we? But
Yeah,
no Hall of Seasons.
Oh yes, the Hall of Seasons we needed to see as well. Actually, yeah, before we go to the final scene, sorry, Seth, let's go see Hall of Seasons because it's absolutely gorgeous originally. So, and James will see his concerts going. How they look like now, all remastered and stuff. That sentence made no sense, but I think you get what I mean.
I know.
Right, there we go. That is probably my most favorite level in this game. Just
Yeah, the art
lovely.
style is gorgeous. This was before games went all grey and brown.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yeah, right.
It was a joy to build this, but the remaster looks spectacular. That is
Bloody
amazing.
good stuff, isn't it? It really is good stuff.
That is
That's great, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's-
look at that. That's a lot of detail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all those figures speak, don't they? They all move and speak and eat figures and pick their noses and things. Yeah. Yeah. All good stuff.
Yeah, all that medieval stuff was
Wow.
from.
Nice.
What was it from? It was a particular two brothers. I can't remember what their name is.
Yeah. I mean, trying to make that work as a texture, even on the PS2, it took a lot of texture memory, that bloody mural did. It couldn't be low res, could it? Otherwise, it would look absolutely crap, and you couldn't see it.
Do you want to say it again? We're just gonna quickly have a look at each of the room. We don't want to, complete them because I know you guys need to go. Just want to show you see everything.
The breath of Hades.
Yeah, he needs to wash his breath. Wash his mouth even. Listerine. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at this. Wow.
It's only a little room, but it was really nice to build this.
Oh, wow.
And Dan Scott again on the effects, spectacular.
Yeah.
Brilliant. I can't remember.
It's been a really good journey. This looking at all this stuff again, particularly in the the revamped stuff. Fantastic, fantastic. Nice to be reminded of all this.
Brilliant.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna. Oh.
Yeah, just going to the other levels. I just have to re-enter.
Okay. Right, we're gonna have a look at the other.
What time do you need to go, Murty?
About 15 minutes ago.
Yeah. Well,
I'll be all right. Be all right for another 10 minutes or so. Yeah.
Okay.
What's the name of the guy? Yeah,
while Seth is getting us into another room, I'm going to read some comment here. Before everyone's going, I want to say thanks again for this wonderful game. I love it so much. And it always makes me sad you guys didn't get the chance to make the sequels. I love the story, the music, the characters, everything. You and everyone who has worked on the classic Tomb Raider games have made my childhood and teen years. This is one and only Lara Croft I accept and loved. Also glad for such an amazing and interesting characters as Kurtis. Thank you from all my heart. 5 survived.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's lovely. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
This was one of Gary Tong's levels, this.
Gary Tong's level, yeah. Great.
Yeah. Where we, I had to lay all the triggers for all that bloody lava there. Horrible. My God. Yeah, it was great.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, and talking about the effect that this has had on people, you remember in Manchester, Ash, you put together a whole series of comments from people all over the world about the effect the game had on them, and it had helped them get through difficult situations. That was a really powerful moment in Manchester 2016.
Dog. It was such an asshole video. You know what? I thought I'm gonna put it all together. I'm gonna put the most dramatic ones towards the end. That is when Tomb Raider 4, 5, and 6 music kicks in, which is somber, and I'm gonna make people cry, and then I'm gonna record the close-ups. It's gonna be great for the video, And as soon as Tomb Raider 4 starts, I was in fucking hysterics, like an asshole, like crying my eyes out there.
And we've got it on video.
I did cut
it. Was very moving. It was very moving to hear all that from people.
And I'm an ugly crier, just so you know. I'm normally not the most attractive person, but Jesus Christ. Right, let's have a look at another room now. I don't know what my dog wants from me. She came to watch.
You guys see the Brother Obscura room? I guess.
Oh yeah.
Just trying to figure out how to open it.
It's above the hall.
It's with the book. I think everybody complained about how hard that was.
Yeah, it bloody was hard.
Oh yeah. He does glitch out in the original game eventually, and you can, at least on PC, for some reason the action button appears, and if you press it, she starts like walking towards him. So even if the Obscura painting switches positions, she still picks it up. Yeah. I had this glitch on so many different PCs and stuff. So it does. I think the game just eventually just gives up. Like, just do it.
I love this demon statue.
Yeah,
it's so satanic.
Yeah, that's cool.
This room is another one of mine, but I think Phil modelled the statue.
Would either of you guys be interested in working on any follow-up game or a reboot game or anything? Or would it be something you'd be interested in? I just asked that out of the air.
If I could get a bit of spare time, I'd love to work on a follow-up game. I'd love to sort of pick up where I left off. Yeah.
Very time poor, really.
Yeah.
From everything.
Yeah. But
Maybe I'll get my kids to move out.
But yeah, I would love to work on the sequel if we ever got the chance.
Yeah, it's a big if, isn't it?
Okay, we have Neptune left, and then we're going to go into the Brother Obscura, and then we're going to go to the end level. So please, Motif, stay with us for a little bit longer. We want to see them all.
Okay.
And I just said that Phil had the displeasure of animating all those rocks to fall. There was no physics involved in that. He had to animate the whole thing.
Oh, wow.
Bloody hell. Bloody hell. Yeah.
Evil. Yeah.
Some of these stone demon faces were reused in Anniversary Edition, so
They were.
that's interesting.
Quite a few things, including like Lux Veritatis symbols was there, but I think it was just placeholder textures, really.
I'll be back in a couple of minutes. I just need to go and rob a post office. So.
Okay. See you in a moment. I don't want to know what he meant by that.
Flaming dude.
I love the art style of this level. It is unique to anything else. And to any level editors, I've never seen a level editor use this texture set, but it's so unique. I feel like you could create a whole level with this look.
Yeah, this area was one of Andrea's sections. He did this sort of whole water puzzle-y trap thing.
Didn't he make similar levels in Tomb Raider 4 as well, with a lot of water areas?
Yeah, he did.
I've noticed a theme there.
Yeah, you could
It's like
definitely.
you could start recognizing styles of each level designer, even through like different generation of consoles.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I really want to ask. There was an E3 video where this section of the level led straight into the center of the Hall of Seasons. Was that the original design, or was that like just for E3?
It was just for E3, I think. We just had to cobble some sections of level together just so we had something that was being worked on at that point. So Andrea took some of the level geometry and just made a quick level out of it.
I think it's got vertical slice, isn't it? They little.
It was just something to show, really, because they were just craving for us to show anything.
It looked really cool like that.
Yeah. The point of scream. Awesome.
But it's interesting because this is very different from the other trap rooms. The others are just one room, but this is like a whole complex.
Yeah. It is a fair bit bigger.
Right. Okay, we can go to the Brother Obscura now. I
would, but I would need to get all of the air crystals, so that would take quite a while.
Okay, that's fine. Let's wait for Mercy to come back, and we're going to go into the final bit of the game, boss fight. So good luck.
Oh, yeah. Shall I go there now?
And now let's wait for Mercy. Because I do want to see that final cutscene where gonna shut you up and all that stuff. Because I think that's my favorite bit in this game, like that line and the way she looked at him like all gangster.
John L. Yeah.
But
yeah, let's do a live stream for TRAE one day.
Question for James from Terranate. Do you have a favorite concept art that you have done?
Oh God, it's a long time ago now. I don't know.
You should do more. We will buy them.
Just saying. What did I like? I like doing. I remember did the Eckhart's laboratory. That was quite cool. The wood thing. I think I had a few things in there. Like I had people like on crucifix. Yeah, on that big painting where it's like a crucifix, and they got rid of the crucifix bit because they didn't like that. And I think there was kind of some more torture instruments in there that didn't actually make the game. But yeah, I mean, I was just having fun really more than anything else. Like as I say, like anybody, if people come up with an idea, and I just go off and do it.
They're all very pretty, actually. They have like grit, but also like beauty to them. It's really like we have like particular style for gothic things. Love it.
I mean, it was kind of before like the whole kind of idea of concept art had properly taken off, and you see a lot of concept art was that nowadays, or even with the advent of AI, is kind of fairly generic. But so they just asked me to do it, and I hadn't done anything like that before, so I just drew like a madman. Really, I guess.
Nice. We can now go to the final boss fights. Seth, Murty's back.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have that, and this is your final chance to ask all your questions, guys, because this is when we're gonna end the stream. Unless Rich, you can stay with us until and see how Seth is gonna collect all the crystals and actually kill Blur Obscura.
I need to drop, really.
Okay, then we're going to go for the final boss fight, and that's it then.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
I was only going to be here for half an hour. but I've got to say, I have found it absolutely fascinating. It's really kept me gripped and interested.
Awesome.
Look at that animation.
Nice.
Look at that design.
Is there any way we could hear the sound effects, Ash?
Yes, let me bump it up a little bit. This is better.
I can't hear anything.
No. All right. I can hear it.
You are resilient.
I can hear the text now. I can hear the dialogue.
Like you that I can remember.
And stole their body parts like a cheap grave robber.
As I will now take yours.
To wake this thing, you are grotesque.
Still can't believe we got Joss Ackley.
Oh yeah,
it's just mad.
Great hearts can cause the higher race to flourish again.
No, Tomb Raider was a big deal at the time.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I hunted down and killed the last of the Lux very.
I mean, I think Lara is still one of the few game characters that people who don't play games know.
Scary,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
It is my
Cultural
destiny to
phenomenon.
bring hell on earth.
Definitely.
You are nothing to me.
No, it's going to be a real pleasure.
There she is. Oh, gangster. Love it.
Yeah.
Right, good luck, Seth.
Oh, dear.
Rip. We're gonna be here a while, I think. Just kidding.
So bloody hard.
You don't lose much health, mercifully.
Yeah. I think if you just lie down when he does that, shouldn't be that...
They did have some lower attacks, so you can't just commando crawl all the way through anymore.
No, did they add that in remasters?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
I'll demonstrate.
I did leave the remaster team, right after Chronicles was kind of finished, and they were starting on the Angel of Darkness, so I don't know a lot of things. I did work on this only for like 3 months last summer, which was amazing. Best time of my life, to be honest. But yeah, there he goes.
Yeah, they made the transition between some of these animations quicker before he had to like come to a complete stop before he would go to the next phase. So there's so many little details like that.
Yeah.
Are you going to make it?
Sorry, go on.
So, I don't know. I sound like a broken record, but more than right. Okay. Are you gonna put a link up to the El Hauer video as well, Ash?
I have already actually.
You have, all right. Okay.
Yeah. If anyone actually, I'm gonna do it again. I mean, might as well. It's self promo.
Oh, that hurts.
That's what he said.
Did Phil do all the other animation?
I think he did, yeah. I think Mark did Lara, didn't he?
Mark did Lara, yeah.
Phil and oh my god, there was another Irish animator, wasn't there? The
Graham.
Disney guy, Graham. Yeah, he did
yeah.
some of the other stuff. Yeah. So you think about how small the team was, and we still managed to make this. You know, we had a tiny team, really.
In only 2.5 years.
Yeah. I mean, the code team wasn't big either. It was, 4 coders, I think? 5, maybe? That was it.
The link to the Tomb Raider: The Myth of El Hawa is in the chat. Make sure to add it to your watch list after this stream. And I think, if I remember correctly, when all these phases of Eckhart, there was supposed to be kind of different gameplay mechanic where she's playing kind of in like parallel, not universe, but like through her like mind. Yeah, like through flashbacks.
Like Lost Valley.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
That would have been
that
crazy.
I like the way the 3 come in.
I just wanted to see Josh doing that noise like on video.
Yeah.
Oh, they made Eckhart limp now.
Yeah.
All right.
I think Lara limps as well now. From in the past, there were fan patches for it when she's injured.
I don't think she does in this remaster, though.
You think not? Oh, okay.
I'm sure there were some original animations, you know, where she was limping and
yeah, they were included, and fans activated them through like fan patches in the past. I just didn't know whether it's in here. No limp in remasters. I'm told, sadly.
Right. Did anybody ever dig out the junkyard level? I know it was in the code somewhere.
Yeah,
it was finished. Yeah.
Junkyard level.
Has that actually worked on?
I think we did a grey box for it. We built the grey box, but we never fleshed it out with a textured map. But I know you did the concept art for it as well.
I did, yeah. Did loads of stuff for that.
I'm trying to think what we went there for, but I can't remember now.
No, I don't think there was. We never heard of Junkyard before.
Yeah.
It was so much stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure there's more.
You need to go into your attic, Richards, and have a look, and bless us all with it. It was my birthday this year, you know.
No.
And you could have made it so much better. But you know, it's my birthday next year as well. I'm willing to wait.
I'll have a look. I'll try and dig it out. I'll go into my attic like the Goonies and try and find the lost.
Yes, please. If you need if it's in some legacy platforms like Jazz Discs, whatever, let me know. I'm pretty sure I can source your reader.
All right. Yeah, I'll have a look.
That's where he shows his true nature.
I knew you'd find the
Strain ahead.
Why?
Ouch.
You worked for him.
No, unknowingly he worked for me, but his usefulness was ended.
Will you destroy his work?
Dein Nutzwurst ist abgelaufen.
I'm offering you the chance to be
That's your usefulness is finished.
You are kidding, right?
I've actually got a recording of Eckhart saying that.
Too many people are dying to trust you.
Dein Nutzwort ist abgelaufen.
Nice.
Oh, I love how her eyes just widened there when she saw that. There you go, and again.
Yeah.
And all the Castle Krieger stuff we were going to have as well.
Yeah.
Castle Krieger.
Oh yeah.
Castle Krieger, yeah. Was that Curtis, one of Curtis's links? Did that have something to do with the Lux Veritatis, Bertie?
Yes, yes, it did. There was a Lux Veritatis base.
Yeah.
If you had your Curtis Trent journal, you could have a look and see some of the plans of that in there.
I'm going to drop a link to where you can order Curtis Trent's journal again. Just one more time, reminding you need to send a message to the lady who runs this page, and she'll create your Curtis Trent journal from scratch. It's handmade. Have a look here. It's in the chat now.
Can't see the chat.
Yeah, no, you can't. But yeah. Surely you should have them journal.
No, I need to get one.
Well, she'll be in Derby next year. This year, I mean. So
I can't see
she lives in Derby, actually.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There you go. There's the link for
Dein
you.
Nutzwort ist abgelaufen. Say the words.
Say it again. No. It's a meme from our Tomb Raider community.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's nice to see it again.
Yeah. You humans break so easily.
Brilliant.
You killed Von Croy.
Stupid mortal. So be it.
Oh, he is not happy about it. It's as if his name is Karen even.
Ash, check Discord.
Yeah. Okay. I will.
Por favor.
What? Discord.
It's good as well because I know we did have like a big boss in like the Boaz creature, which I love that as a boss.
Yeah.
But the final boss wasn't this big monster. It was just, a guy firing weird shit at you.
Seth, you want to tell me about this link you sent to me?
Well, it's just a video I made where I rewrote and added and subtracted certain stuff from Angel of Darkness. Like, if there was ever a remake, this is my idealized vision for how I would have it.
Okay. The link should appear in the chat for everyone. Have a look. And I'll drop you guys in case you're interested as well.
I would love it.
Oh, good. All right. Lovely. Thank you. Thanks, Seth. We'll look at that. I think I may have seen that already.
Really?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Oh.
I'll have to check it afterwards because my laptop won't run.
I would love to get your
parallel
feedback
programs
or opinion.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks.
I think you've done a great job on this, Seth. And you've really, really made the whole thing work well.
Thanks.
They have restored some bosses mechanics, the boss fights as well, Terence tells me here.
Right.
Chat.
Cool.
There we go. I'm gonna blast this.
Oh, yes. It's good stuff, this, isn't it?
Brilliant.
It's very film noir, European.
Yeah.
Fluid noir.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I think James Kenny referenced. Actually, I'll stop talking.
Yes, don't read the moment. Shh.
Oh.
Keep the credits rolling, by the way, when the show.
Nice ending.
There you go. Keep the credits rolling. Actually, skip this bit. Go to us, Saber Interactive instead. We don't.
God,
care about
I
these
still find that moving. That final scene. It still moves me. Very powerful.
Very well done. Yeah.
Yeah. Go to Saber.
Yeah.
Lara Titova, thank you so much for your hard work. The story has become a part of my life. I mean, come on, she fucking came to UK to see us a couple of times.
Thanks, Lara.
For 20 years, you guys have inspired me. Oh,
thank you.
Thanks, Lara.
Oh, people are sad now, which is fine. It's okay. Promise she's not dead. Yeah. So, what are you guys thinking, Rich?
Yeah, I think
Mercy,
it's absolutely amazing.
James.
They've done a cracking job on the remaster. You know, it's
Hashtag
like you can tell it's a
Lara
lead.
Titova. Lara Titova.
Yeah.
Oh, me! Oh,
Oh, we don't want to see that guy.
No, we don't. No.
Jason Chester. Hi, Jason. Yeah. Roland. Hi, Roland.
Oh.
It's just mad to see how, after 25 years, people are still interested in it and prepared to do all this work on it.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing.
It really would be awesome to do the sequel. If only we had time. If work wasn't an issue.
Yeah, stupid work.
I'm definitely going to buy that Kurtis's journal, though, because I want to see those plans for Castle Creekler. I might be able to build something based on those plans.
You can download it for free on my website, but you want to have the real thing because it actually is very pretty. It's leather.
Yeah. Oh, it's a beautiful thing to handle. It's really good quality leather, and Trace has done a fabulous job on making them. They're really, really good.
Yeah, I've got a handmade Grail diary somewhere because I'm an Indiana Jones nut.
Ooh, well, wow.
Somewhere.
Me too, actually. I have his diary and also the actual Grail over there.
Yeah, I have that as well somewhere.
I bought it on AliExpress, though. It's all handmade.
Interesting to note in those credits, I still don't get a credit.
Oh, Phil Norris, all in the game. I don't know what's happening with Phil Norris now.
I never got a credit because I left before it was finished.
You should
so I didn't get credit.
Oh,
it didn't quote Eckhart. It didn't quote Eckhart. Did it? Here we are. Lara Croft. Yeah.
Can we perhaps fix this, Lara Titova, since you're in the chat?
That cast list didn't include.
These are Spanish and Japanese casts.
No. The English ones. The English ones. It didn't have. Oh God, I've gone blank on his name.
Well, they were Last Revelation, and then.
Joss Ackland.
Oh, I think this
didn't have Joss Ackland. Didn't have Joss Ackland.
No. Sorry, this is for the credits for the Last Revelation. I said this is Tomb Raider Chronicles because they come as one. Can you skip to the? There you go, Jero. Carol there for Chronicles. Do you want to skip that to the Tomb Raider 6 for us?
Yeah.
So we'll see. Lara Titova, could we add James Kenny into the credits as the concept artist, please? Because he's not there apparently. There you go.
There we go.
Let's see.
I was looking at the wrong date.
Andrea, Chris Scoop, Neil, Rich Floss, Stefan, right, Alex, Phil, Stan. Oh, all these names. Gosh, James. Yeah.
There's Jer.
Oh, no,
James Kenny, there you go. There you are. You're in there.
Jerry Oldreeve, James Kenny, Herod. Wow.
Yeah.
Ignore me, Lara Titova. There's no error. It's James saying he's not in there when he is. I remember I saw you in the manual. I remember you were there.
Yeah.
There you go.
I take it back.
Yeah. So there you go. I will send you guys your keys as soon as I receive them from Saber. I know you got requested the keys, which is great. So you will get them to play these as well. Mercy, you should play this as well. I can get you the key on Steam. There's a way to play it for you.
Should I exit the game entirely now?
No, I'm enjoying this. Fine. You know what? I will just let's stop this and have our final goodbyes to everyone and thank yous. So thank you guys for joining us for the stream. A big honor. I'm actually a bit upset because it's our last stream now until for the next couple of years, I suppose. But it was definitely a journey. And down the memory lane and stuff, and I'm actually quite impressed with what Saber done with the remasters. But it also brought back lots of memories of my childhood, how playing the original games and learning English just because of this game. It's just fucking bizarre. Just thinking about that. So thank you so much for creating these incredible artifacts that shaped our childhood effectively and teenage years and all that.
Well, it's been the longest 20 minutes of my life watching this lot. But yeah, I want to. Yeah, I will thank everybody. Thanks, Seth. You've done a great job. Really appreciate you doing that.
Thanks.
And great to see you guys again. Whoever you are.
A real pleasure.
Yeah.
Cheers for being invited. And thanks for playing it, Seth.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've been through the other previous chats as well, and Seth's been playing it for us and navigating the levels that we would have all died instantly for 3 hours.
I know I would. Which I have done in the past when I was streaming and hosting and playing. It was just, yeah. Anyway, James, any final words?
I
said that as a threat, to be honest. Sorry.
Sorry?
Final words.
Final words. Well, thanks for inviting me to this. Obviously, Angel of Darkness was my only kind of real experience of working at Tomb Raider, and it was a great experience when I look back on it. I met some great people and worked with some great people, some of them here, and I think the job they've done on off to you, Murty, and the remaster is amazing. It's incredible bit of work, I think.
Absolutely,
yeah, it's great to see, and it's great to see that people are still interested. I think amazing, really.
Yeah. And may inspire people to go off and do their own versions of it and their own work, create their own work, completely their own work, and using this as a stepping stone. That's what I love to hear when people are saying it's given them a start to start going back and making film and doing artwork and sculpting again. It's wonderful to hear that.
Absolutely. You always want to be. I think that's probably the greatest thing you can have is when you hear you've inspired other people to do work, their own work.
Yeah.
No greater honor, really.
Yeah. Well, just as final shout out, if anyone's going to Derby this October, I'm pretty sure Seth is going to be there, myself. Maybe some of you guys, Murty. I can drive you there, I can drive now, beware.
Beware is the key word there, I think. I think
tunes when I was driving last time. I might have been speeding a bit.
My granddaughter Cody has promised to drive me again, so if I'm in a fit state, I shall be there and signing journals and whatever else and talking to people. So
I'll just do final promotions now for the journal, which if you are interested in handmade Kurtis Strange journal with Murty's notes in it. It's made from leather and fake leather. You can order them on this page here by sending a message.
It's all distressed and lovely, and they're beautiful to handle. They really are good.
My dog confirmed that as well. And also, if you are interested in buying... Excuse me. Lady dog, could you please shut up for a second? I'm talking. Thank you, dear. Well done. Okay, say hello. Say hello. Come on. Say hello. Say hello.
And a link to Shadow Histories.
Yes. 1 second. So there you go. There's a doggy. Okay, you can go now. Well done. Good girl. She needs to say hello every time. If you're interested in buying these 3D printed figurines, some of them are painted, some of them are not. We will be able to commission paints and 3D prints eventually once I sort out my 3D printer. But for now, these are currently in stock. So if you order them, I'll ship them as soon as basically have a look at the link. And here is Shadow Histories, Murty's book, and also potentially soon to be audiobook, which you can find here and as well.
TV series,
and hopefully TV series. And also, finally, before we go, sorry, I'm just trying to find Seth, your channel again. There you go. Found it again. And please subscribe to Seth on YouTube.
Thanks.
Nice.
Which is this. And also thank you all, because I finally reached 1,000 followers on Twitch today. It's 1,003. I started the stream today with 999. So yay!
Good. Well done.
Well, thank you all for joining us, and thank you all for watching. And I hope to see you guys soon. Maybe we'll do an anniversary edition stream maybe next year, because I'm told Ghostblade might be able to do some more work on it, and maybe Rich, you will find something in the attic for us to make.
Yeah.
Not going to be soon, but maybe in a year or so we will revisit the anniversary edition, which I'm sure people will be interested in. And James, you should be there as well, because you've done lots of concept art for that game as well. Yeah. Well, have a wonderful the rest of your evening, everyone.
Okay.
You all.
Bye to everybody.
See you soon.
See you soon. All right.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.